Interview and job search strategies at work. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy New Year. This is the first of the new year. Hope everybody had a great holiday and great time with their friends and relatives. There's one thing that I reflect on actually during the holidays, and it's really family and having being able to just be with them, right? And having not having to work, and being able just to really relax with them and really enjoy their company. Of course, I'm fortunate because I don't have to get up at 6 a.m. every day and go work 12 to 15 hours a day like other jobs. I work in IT, and our field is a little different. Typically we don't do manual labor. We don't have all those grueling tasks of being outside in the weather for long periods of time. We really have it easy, actually. It's a really, easy job. Physically, mentally, I wouldn't say so much, but physically, it's definitely an easier job. So this first of the year, I'll tell you a story. I was talking to an individual. She's 23 years old, and her deal is like this. She works for a very large company, and she wants to get in IT. She wants to do cybersecurity. So I met this individual at a Sam's Club, probably a week and a half ago, something like that. At any rate, we talked a little bit, and the good thing is the advice that she gave me was better than the advice I gave her, actually. It's actually what I find often when I converse with other people is they're going to give me something that I don't know. They're going to give me the little nugget of information that I don't have. For instance, she gave me a YouTube channel that I could watch, Bit Bites, I believe it is, and her perspective on IT. And I'll tell you something. If you met a person who wants to do IT or wants to be in IT and they're passionate about it and excited, that's a person really to talk to because it's really their hobby. And they're just getting paid for their job. They're paid for their hobby, really. So really, why am I telling you this story? What's the point here? Why do you care? For those who are listening, what's the point? The point is, for those of you out there who are like, well, I'm too old. You're 80 years old. You're 70 years old, whatnot. Or you might be too young. Maybe you think, oh, I'm too young. You're, under 18 or whatever. And okay, I'm not old enough to do IT or be in IT or whatnot. That's true because you believe it. Really, what it is whatever you believe. If you believe it, then it's true. No one can make you believe something you don't want to believe. And if you believe that, then it must be true. Pass that belief into something that you want to know. Get around individuals who do that thing you want to do. If it's IT, get around individuals who do that. Now your belief is no longer, okay, it's not supportive because you see these other individuals succeeding in the field you want to get into. So your belief starts to slowly but surely diminish a little bit. Maybe it's like, oh, I can't. It goes from I can't do it to they do it, but I don't know how, to I wonder if they'll teach me how to do it, to I can do it, and I'm going to teach others. It's easy for me to say because I'm here and I know IT, and I don't know everything, of course, but I know IT and I have a job in it. So it's easy for me to say that when you're maybe working at McDonald's or Walmart making $10 an hour, and really you just want to make an extra $2 an hour. Actually, you don't want to work at Walmart anymore. You want to make an extra $2 an hour, $3 an hour, and get out of there. And because you want to succeed. You don't want to be in McDonald's or Walmart when you're 30 years old. And right now maybe you're 21, 22, 25 years old, and this is the only job you can get. Or so you believe, and you just don't want to do it. You're like, okay, I can't see myself working at McDonald's when I'm 30 years old. And you say to yourself, I'm not going to work here at McDonald's when I'm 30. No way, Jose. No way. I'm not going to do that. Now the point is, or the question I guess is, how do you do it? What do you do to get started? Well, It's not easy, I can tell you that. It's an everyday build. It takes a lot of discipline to get to the point where you believe in yourself. And it really just starts with one day. And starting with one thing, just do one thing. And that one thing could be as simple as just going on the internet and watching a video about IT or something. Maybe, instead of trying to go to college and spending a bunch of money learning IT to get a job that may or may not be there, maybe start off with just Googling a company, Googling a job in a company. For instance, IT, information technology. Just Google the word and put in Indeed or Monster or CareerJet or whatever, that word, information technology, and start there. And the very first thing that pops up, look at what that is. Most likely it's going to be, actually, let me look it up myself actually while I'm on this. So I typed in the word information technology in Indeed.com, and the city I put in there is St. Louis, Missouri. The very first job is IT help desk analyst, St. Louis. The company is IntelliTeach, $13 an hour. So I click on that job. It's entry-level job, which means 0 to 1 year, 0 to 2 years. Job location, Missouri, St. Louis, full-time. Education level, high school. So if you have a high school diploma, you're good. Travel preference, none. Job shift, any. Job category, information technology, duties, description, and job duties. And, they have their corporate stuff, the little dealy-dos here, benefits at the bottom, and I usually ignore that stuff because I know what I want. And relaxed time off, or comfortable relaxed dress code, etc., etc. So let's go into the meat and potatoes. So the duties really are serves as the initial contact for reporting technical issues and answering questions regarding the upgrades, installation, and other software, hardware, network issues. Okay, what that means is like you're working, like say you have nothing more than if you worked at McDonald's. You have a problem, a technical problem. Maybe the beef isn't good, cooked enough, whatever. Let's just say that. So you're the initial contact, reporting the technical or the issue, the problem. Customer says, my burger's not cooked properly. Okay, that's reporting the issue, right? Answer questions. So the customer might say, does this burger have salt on it? And you can answer that question. Upgrades. Let's say upgrades. Can I upgrade my hamburger to pickles? Can I put pickles on? Yes. Okay. Installations. The hamburger or double quarter pounder cheese, how is it installed? Well, it has burger. It has double quarter beef. It has cheese. It has quarter onions on it. What else does it have? Pickles. It has ketchup, mustard, and a bun, sesame seed bun. And the other one it says, and other software, hardware, network issues. Okay, yeah. So the other one is accurately say the client technical issues, meaning like talk about it properly, talk about the hamburger, talk about it at length. Really inform the customer about the burger or the double quarter pounder cheese, right? So effectively implement the steps found if available. A lot of this stuff really sounds like it's way over your head, and it sounds really technical when you read through it. Clearly and thoroughly document requests for assistance in our ticketing management system. Ticketing management system, nothing more than you get a ticket. Double quarter pounder cheese, no onion. Okay, that's a ticket. That's an order, and it's nothing. It's a lot different. But if you just think in the terms of you work at McDonald's and you work in IT, some of the things are similar. The aspects of the job are very similar, customer facing wise. I will say that this job in particular, it pays $13 an hour. That's the low end, actually. And you figure you're probably making $10 an hour at McDonald's or $10 an hour at Walmart. That's an upgrade for you as an individual if you live in the St. Louis area. At the bottom, it says salary, of course, $13 an hour, and then $15 an hour after the first year with incremental raises or incremental increases. Now, obviously, you want to come in with the mindset of like, I'm going to be here and do the best as I can. Best possible I can do. I'm not going to. I'm going to do everything they need me to do, even if it pays me $13 an hour. You're going to walk in there. Just know this: you're going to walk in there, and there's some guy or girl who's worked there more than a year, and they only make $15 an hour. Maybe they work there 2 years. And let's say they make $16 an hour, and they may be a sourpuss, basically. They may be a sour apple. They're like, okay, fine, take it for what it is. They obviously don't like the job, or they would move on, right? Or they'd have a better job. Me telling you this right now, you would say, oh, why would I leave the job making $13 an hour when, it's great money? I made 10, I make 13 now. And why would somebody who's making $16 an hour leave? I don't know. We don't know the answer to that. That's on them. That's the person they are. That's just how it is. It doesn't have to be you, though. And the thing I would say to those individuals, like, okay, thank you, bye, and move on. And slowly but surely just, fast step out of there. They're just going to drag you down, basically, those type of individuals. I mean, let's just play it out, right? Let's say you do believe these individuals and you listen to them, and let's say they're valid. Let's say that they've been working there 2 years and they make $16 an hour and they're not happy, and everything they say is 100% accurate, right? You got to ask yourself, if they don't like it, why are they still here? Obviously, why they haven't applied for a leadership position? Why haven't they done that? You got to ask yourself those type of questions when you talk to these individuals and really understand why. I'll be honest with you. Most of the individuals that you talk to like this, the second they're threatened with their job, their attitude changes 100%. They're just there. Hey, misery loves company, man. And I know telling you this right now, you haven't even got the job, right? You're like, hey, Gary, I haven't even got the job yet, and you're telling me about all these like personality things or these little, coworker coworker quirks or whatever that I have to deal with, that I'm going to potentially deal with. I don't want to hear all that. I just want to go there and do my job. Going in knowing these type of things before you get the job is really going to prepare you for, oh, okay, just know that, if you're the type of individual who wants to make more money, then this is just the start, really. $13 an hour is a start. While you're there at work and you go home and you do something at home that helps you at your job, the other individuals who's making $16 an hour, they're not doing anything, man. They're going home and they're just watching TV. And, they're not doing anything better. There's nothing wrong with that. That it is what it is. But don't take advice from them. It's not good advice. Because obviously, if, they don't like their job, why don't they leave? So that's all I'm saying. Don't take their advice. If they have good feedback for you, because you can find something bad about every job. Every job. If you make $1 million, ask somebody who makes $1 million a year. Oh, what don't you like about your job? I'm sure they can tell you 100 things easily. But to you and me, who don't make $1 million a year, we're like, whoa, wait a minute. I make $1 million a year. What would I ever have to complain about that? There's nothing I would ever have to complain about it. $1 million a year? Come on now. There's nothing I can say that, no way. But there probably would be, right? If somebody made $1 million a year and that was their base, their starting point basically, or where they were at that time. So a lot of people ask me when I talk to them, just in passing jobs and all that, in the street or wherever, hey, whatever. They ask, like, what do I get out of this? What's the benefit for me? What do I get? You may asking yourself, like, why do you do this? Why do you care? Like, if I get a job or if you get a job, why do you care? Here's what I care about, or here's why I do this, right? Basically, it's almost like a natural high when you can help somebody go from, working at McDonald's, man, or KFC or McDonald's or Hardee's or Burger King or wherever like that. And they're like 25 years old. And their whole life, man, they've been told, like, look, you need a college education, you need a college degree, you'll never be able to do it. And A lot of people, to this day, people still say that even though there's an internet and everything, people still believe that stuff. They still believe the relatives, their friends, whoever who haven't done it. Maybe their friends are not in the IT field. Usually that's what it is, right? Because if you're in the IT field, you know basically this how easy it is to get a job, entry level job. Of course, the higher job you get, of course, it's harder. But the entry level job, everybody knows how easy it is to get a job like that. And why I do it is, if I reach out to another person and I help them get a job making $2 extra an hour, right, in IT. What's going on is there's a good idea, or there's a good hope that their family tree has changed, because maybe their whole life they've only gotten by. They've only made, $15 an hour is the most they've ever made. Maybe they've made, their family has only made $40,000 a year, let's say, right? That's the most they've ever made. Their whole family has. Well, it's just my belief that IT can help you make six figures in the shortest amount of time. Not having a college degree, because you don't need a college degree to work in IT and make six figures, $100,000 a year. You really don't, actually. Of course, there's the what if, or the, oh, what about this? And, oh, what about that? There's what if in everything, by the way, just so you know, right? Just so you know, there's what if in everything. And, like I said, what I get out of it is somebody's succeeding. Somebody else is becoming better, just like, no, you're not going to tell me I have to go through this, box or whatever, to order to get, the retirement pay or whatever. I have to work somewhere for 30 years, like IBM or whatever, and then I'll retire, with whatever. Well, the kind of lifestyle I'm talking about from IT is you build upon it every year, you build upon it every day, so that you can take a vacation and you can choose your own lifestyle. You can choose your own lifestyle in your IT. You can choose where you want to live. Because IT open those doors up for you. Even if I'll just go back to this. Even if you're a nurse, let's say, based on what country you're a nurse in, that doesn't translate into every country. Whereas IT will. Oh, you're this certification, let's say CCNA. Well, everywhere in the world, a CCNA is the same credential. You won't get the same pay because of, like, say, different nationality, right? But the certification is the standard across the world, because that certification actually holds true. The MCSE, which is Microsoft Certified, what is it? Whatever the new one is, Microsoft Certified Technical Professional, something like that. And then you have like your Security Plus, then you have your Net Plus and A Plus. I'll just leave you with this: 3 things to do today, in order to help yourself get an IT job. First thing is, write down what you want to make overall. What do you want to make in 1 year from now? What would you like to make hour-wise? Second thing is, that translates to a dollar amount. Let's say it's $30 an hour, which is $60,000 a year, let's say. Next thing you do, second thing, go on Indeed and look for a job that pays $60,000 a year. So that becomes your base. That becomes where you want to get to right now. The third thing is, look at the job description. What does the job description say in it? Of course, we're talking about IT jobs. So you want to do information technology, search for that, and then $60,000 a year, if that's what you want to make. Figure out what those skills are in that job description, and then draw an arrow from where you are now to there. So it's 300 and how many days left in the year? 360 some odd days left in the year. Make a plan or write a little note for every month. This is what I'm going to do in this month to get to that goal. What skills do I need to get? What type of training do I need? Free training, of course, everything is free on the internet. Of course, you have to pay for certifications if you need those. But what in the job description, what does it want me to have? What type of job certifications do I, what type of certifications or what type of knowledge do I need to gain between now and that year to make that money? And it's okay if this changes every month, every day. your goal becomes bigger or smaller. It doesn't matter. What matters is you have something to reach out to. You have something to attain that's out there. Okay, that's what I want to attain. So that's the approach to have. So, I'd like to thank everybody for listening to this podcast and have a great day.